I still have a child awake as well. That's like, yep, 9 o'clock my time, all the kids will be in bed, but obviously it's still the holidays, so one of them is not quite in bed yet.
Oh, can't blame them.
Not too much of an issue anyway. Okay, well, StreamYard says we're live, but StreamYard says that all the time. I'm not up on my iPad yet, but who knows?
Yeah.
At this
It's
point,
like, are we really live?
Are we really YouTube? I have no idea, but hello everybody. Oh, we are now. We definitely are now. Hello everybody. How is everybody doing today? Last day of the year. Need I have to say more? Although some lucky people out there, it's already not 2020. So lucky you.
Yeah, seriously.
So does everybody want to? I always forget words. Does everyone want to introduce themselves while we are here? Do we want to start up at the top and then go? Wait.
Yeah, I can end it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. You start, Sarah.
Yeah.
It's your page.
Hello, I'm Sarah. I'm a writer. I'm a mum of 4. I attempt to write lots. It doesn't always work out my way, unfortunately.
Come on. You just finished a project today.
I know. She's
Sorry.
We were there.
she's telling us all the shame.
I do not write as, it sounds really stupid to say I don't write as much as I want to. I mean, I don't write as regularly as I would like to, is what I've meant to say. Yeah, we'll go.
All right, I'm Nia, the Vixen of Fiction. You can check out my YouTube channel under the Vixens of Fiction, or I'm on Instagram at the Vixen of Fiction. I am attempting to be an author. I have written short stories. I am also attempting to write a comic. And I like to write. I like to draw. I have fun. Haley?
Yay. My name is Haley. I am also attempting to be an author. I'm going to actually start querying my main manuscript this month. So fingers crossed, everybody. And I also have an AuthorTube channel, and I post writing vlogs and just random writing videos every week. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, and I've also started streaming on Twitch.
Oh, cool. Very
Yeah.
fun.
We're actually going to do a game stream after this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Remind me, Haley, to add your Twitch link to the description. Everyone is linked below. Haley, remind me to add your Twitch as well as your YouTube.
Yeah.
Down below.
Yeah, definitely I will.
My turn. Hi, my name is Sherry. I used to be a chef, and now that, pandemic and everything terrible that's happening, I am working on becoming an author. I write high fantasy retellings of 101 Nights, and I also currently I'm writing like a bunch of prompts all at the same time, just so I can get all of these words out and finish a bunch of things. So that's what I'm going to be working on today.
Yay! That's so good. I feel like we're all attempting to become.
Yeah. We are going to do it, okay? We're going to do it.
I will buy everybody's book.
Yes.
One day. So make you sign it for me, and I will look what I have. And I'll have a shelf. I'll have a shelf like Kate does, with just all my friends' books just on it, and I'll be like, these are my friends' books.
Yeah.
One day. Devin is here. Obviously, Devin is here. Hello, Devin. How are you today?
Hi,
How was the last day?
Devin.
Devin?
Can't be as busy as we currently have been for some strange reason.
Oh, yeah.
So, what is? I don't even know what is. So, let me explain what we're doing here today. That might help just a little bit. So today, is our third wrap-up stream. We and Nia have been doing these since October. So yeah, this will be the third one. It's all lovely. Oh my god, other way around. Nia's idea to do these monthly wrap-up streams where we talk about what we have achieved over the past month, where we are with our writing goals, what we want to come next. So today is a very special one because not only is it a December wrap-up, but it's also a 2020 wrap-up stream. So we're not just going to be talking about this month, we're going to be talking about the fantastic fact that we all managed to survive until the end of the year. It's an achievement in itself, I have to say. So first of all, let's ask, how did everybody's December go in regards to writing, in regards to creativity? Obviously, it's the month following NaNoWriMo, so I know a lot of people have been in some sort of slump in one way or another. But what have you guys managed to achieve, no matter how small, in the past 31 days?
You want to start with you, Sherry?
Oh, me? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we'll start at the bottom and go around. Go ahead,
no
Sherry.
pressure. For the month of December, I finished 288 prompts, but each one of them were about 100 to 300 words, the longest one being 1,500. And I survived the nano fugue state, so I feel really good about that. After NaNoWriMo was over and I finished my giant chunky book baby, I just kind of couch potatoed, and even though I would show up to sprints, I'd just be like, yeah. I'm here. I did big juicy zeros, but I'm here. And I'm proud of myself for at least sitting down to write every single day. And every single day of December, I sat down to write, and it made me feel good. It made me feel productive, and it made me love myself more.
If only I could sit down every single day and write. Like, that would be my dream to do, but I could never manage it. So yes, well done. That lovely, fantastic.
Yeah.
Hayley, should we go to you next?
Yeah. Well, when you said it for the past 31 days, I was like, wow, that's a lot of days.
Yes, they have dragged on, haven't they?
Yeah, it's gonna contribute to 1,000 days in a year, I guess. But
Stop roasting yourself, Hayley.
Look. But I was also in a writing slump like the very first week of December. I think my creativity and my mental health kind of just tanked after NaNoWriMo, which was a good discovery because then I realized that creativity and actually writing things is beneficial to my mental health. So that was one plus. But I actually started 2 new projects this month. One out of a random idea that I had for the prom meets YA fantasy, and then the other I won't talk about. But it's
I've read some of it. It's really good.
And then I've also started writing a couple plays, which I feel like I have to have a million things going on, and I think in December I accomplished.
You did Cabin Man, and you were doing a Zoom play yesterday.
Yeah. I actually didn't finish that, but since a lot of theaters require plays for submission to be specifically written for Zoom and for online theater, I was like, hey, I haven't written one of those at all this year, which is pretty funny considering the year. So I decided to write one yesterday, and I got 8 pages in for a 10-minute play. So there you go.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's very good that you're learning more about yourself and how you work as well. which I always find is very, very important. And it is so helpful when you do eventually learn these things, because then you sort of like know what not to do
Oh yeah.
to sort of avoid it all in the future.
Oh, definitely.
Nia?
Oh goodness. So I think December went well, considering like Decembers are always mad crazy busy for me. And I have things that I need to get done that are not writing or inking my comic related, that I didn't realize I needed to do until I spoke to my brother. He's like, do you have a website for this and this? And I'm like, oh, those things. I can't just make it and put it and people are just gonna come and see it. That's not how that's gonna work. He's like, no, you gotta he's like, you gotta do more so that people will actually know that it's here besides just the people on my YouTube channel. So I was like, okay. So I've been putting together a website for the comic, and just trying to learn how to, because I've also got my fantasy novel and I have another couple of projects that I've been dabbling in, because I'm one of those people too that I do a lot of projects and I'll concentrate on one for a minute, but I've always got like 9 or 10 other ones that I want to do. So I'm like, I really need to, if I feel like I need to write something for something, I have to write it. Otherwise I can't focus on anything else.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I've been kind of like dabbling in my other side projects while trying to focus on getting the comic ready. Doing a website, and I'm really bad at things like CSS and code. I'm the worst. So it's a little bit challenging, a little bit more time consuming than I was hoping it would be. And I'm a fitness instructor, and COVID has not been friendly. So I'm trying to learn how to do online classes and getting music and licensings. And so it's just been a lot.
But you heard this. You are like the strongest toaster. You can do this.
Yes.
You have so many projects on hand. That's amazing.
And that's not even including the 4 kids. So.
Oh, you just sprinkled that in at the last moment. You also have 4 children, girl.
Wow.
You're amazing.
Yes.
I can really feed myself.
With the online classes. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they a lot?
Yeah, it is a lot. You can't just turn on the camera and start dancing. It's like the music's got to be right. Some people can't hear it. Some people can't see it. And it's like you have to guide everybody through while you're trying to dance and do your physical fitness.
Plus, also make sure that the internet is working and that you're actually streaming. And
also that we don't have any.
You've got going on.
Oh yeah, and that we don't have any creepers coming into the class doing weird stuff. So so many things.
Yeah,
so many things. But then all the marketing and website stuff on top of it, like that, is very time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A very long time ago, probably a couple of years ago now, probably not even now, probably last year, I ended it. I used to have a website, and just the maintenance and just trying to set it up with the graphics and the pages was just like, it just took me ages to get it sorted out. I did not enjoy it.
I mean, this is kind of why people
eventually one day.
It's kind of why graphic design and website development is a job. It is a full-time career. It is difficult.
Oh yeah. Like I made a website this year for my plays, just to like have them out there. But just like trying to put all the pictures from like past productions, it's like, oh no, this one cuts off people's heads when it's on the website now.
It's got to be in the right place, and it's got to be in the right size, and it's got to be the right resolution, and it's just like so many different little things that you have to think about that you wouldn't think that you would have to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it really is like a skill.
Yes.
And you would not think it's a skill. Like, kudos to everybody who knows how to do the least remote bit of graphic design at all whatsoever.
Absolutely.
It's like, I don't know what you mean.
Yep.
So
like people who are going down the self-publishing route, they've taken on a lot. Like they are really working their butts off to get this like taking off. You know, it's so much hard work, and you guys,
Yeah.
you guys are badasses.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
just doing the website is making me totally rethink this whole thing. I'm just like, can someone do this stuff for me? Oh, it's just me. That's
It
what I
depends.
chose.
It depends on that page.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not making any money on this yet. Can I actually pay someone to do this when you're not making money?
Pain, such pain.
It's why I could never self-publish. Like, I can't do websites. I'm not very good like on social media. I don't do marketing myself very well. Like, it's a whole level of organization that I just do not have in me. And it's like I'd love to, but I don't have half the skills needed to even know where to start or try to self-publish. So it's one of my, down the road, if traditional publishing doesn't work out by the time I'm a certain age, maybe then I'll give it a go. But
I mean, I've read some of I've beta read for you, and you're really talented. So it's going to be a matter of time before you get picked up.
I've been writing for a very long time though. So.
Yes.
Well, I am also going to try and query next year as well. So finally we get in there. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
We'll be in the query trenches together, Hayley, me and you.
I'm actually really excited.
I'll be on the wings waiting with gin and cookies, you guys.
Yes.
Just reading on.
Those cookies now. Forget querying.
He's now, then I'll query. Need a little something first, you know?
That's why they call it Dutch courage. They do. I also used to be a bartender, and you learn all these trivias.
Right. Oh my God.
Drinks.
Right. So now that we have, yes, thank you for catching up, StreamYard. Like, I saw this message like 5 minutes ago on my
Oh no!
Wait for it to pop up on StreamYard. Hello, Alexis. How are you today? We are currently talking about what we've achieved in the past month. Any highs or lows this month, guys?
Oh. Come on, Jerry. What you got?
Feel free to also answer. Anyone who's watching, I'd love to share all of the highs and lows, the accomplishments, everything that we've achieved this year. So let us know how it's gone.
As far as highs go, I finished an actual novel. Woo! But as far as lows go, I read it and I hate it.
That's natural, though.
How do you hate it though?
I just feel like I could do better than this. Like, I mean, it's still that when you draft something and you write something, you expect it to look like a finished work of fiction. And I'm fairly new at writing novels, so like I still haven't gotten the disconnect out yet. Like I still haven't gotten it into my head that, hey, allow yourself to be garbage, Sherry. It's fine. But I haven't actually settled that into my soul yet. So every time I look at it, it's like,
oh,
ocular damage.
I think that's the one thing with, like, I don't mean to generalize, but I think that's one thing with new writers or people writing for the first time, is that they just sort of like expect perfection and they expect to just write the one draft and that they're done. And it's like a real sort of like taking off the rose-colored glasses, and it's just like, actually no, it is so much more than that. And being able to recognize that your work isn't as good as you thought it was, but B, you need to put in the hard work to actually make it into some semblance of what it is you had in your head is a very good sign. Like, there's so many people out there who think their writing's just like the best in the world, and it's like it's not, and they can't take criticism and they won't hear a bad word about their work, and it's like that's not the case. So yes, you are a trash panda, Sherry. We're all trash pandas, and your first draft is trash, and you're going to look through it and you're going to find the gold.
You know, the only thing I really have to hold on to is that trash pandas have amazing makeup.
There you go.
Hold on to
There
that
you go.
one gem of positivity. We got faces, girl, and it's good.
Yes. This is your first. You've got this, Sherry.
Yes.
You can do wonders. Haley.
Ooh. I'm trying to think. Sorry, I feel like I always stare off into space when it's my turn. But a high this month. Well, okay, it's not actually related to writing though.
That's
So
fine.
okay.
That's all right.
So I got an internship. I got an arts illustration internship.
excited.
It starts next Tuesday. I'm so happy. So excited.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I'm just really hoping to hear back from this other job now. Yeah. So that's my high for like life.
Yes.
My high for books, or like, I don't know, for writing, I think it's that I've been able to juggle as many projects this month as I've wanted to. Like, I haven't finished anything, but I'm juggling things and I'm feeling good about juggling things. I'm not throwing anything to the wayside, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then a low this month, I guess. Sorry, I'm making a face again.
That's staring off into the middle distance space.
Yes.
It's like the 2020 mood. It's fine. Everyone
Okay.
is there.
Thanks. I guess just like how like the year has been, and like the whole isolation component and everything for a lot of things. I don't want to like go too much into that, because I feel like at a certain point everybody's talked about it as ad nauseum, but like, yeah, just like being on my own and like separated from my parents for a lot of things. It's been rough, but
Yeah.
on the bright side, I do have a lot more time to myself. And I've been learning to live as an adult, which is great. So there's always a silver lining.
I'm 33 and I still don't know how to live as an adult. So tips.
Look, I don't know.
Oh my God, you've made it. Welcome to the club.
No one knows how to be an adult. It's like, that's the thing. Being an adult is not knowing how to be an adult.
Relying on Google.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Lying on
Absolutely.
my resume.
Oh, yes,
Just
she
about
can
one
Excel
thing.
spreadsheets.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
embellishing. Come on. Just
Mhm.
a little bit. It's fine.
If you
It's
don't
fine.
know
Exactly.
something, you Google it and you learn. So
Yeah.
there you go. We're all smart enough to like put it into good use at the same time. It's okay.
Honestly, I've seen talk that like just Googling is a skill. I don't know. I had this this internship once where like my supervisors were just going on very like convoluted or like ways of trying to figure out information on the internet, and then my response was just Google it, and they were like, "Oh, you young people, you just Google everything," and I'm like, "Yeah, we do."
Works,
Yeah.
Why not?
Once upon a time, we had to go to the library if we wanted to know anything.
Oh God,
I
yeah.
can't even imagine.
And then library is closed down. So who's laughing now?
Yeah.
There you go. There
I
you
mean,
go.
my library went digital, so
Yay!
but
Very good.
does
Yes.
that help people who don't want digital things?
Yeah, it doesn't help. I've been reading quite a bit of books from the Chicago Public Library. That's ebooks. There are a lot of typos. That made me sad.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like what genre does it stand
Young adult. Young adult gets it. Nonfiction doesn't get a lot of typos. Luckily, I
That
read
makes sense.
mostly nonfiction. But oh wow, who is doing this? Who is like typesetting this? It's like they should get paid more or better because they clearly are like just dump it, just dump
It's
everything.
fine.
Yeah, it's good enough.
It's YA. It's children. Like who cares? What do they
They
care
might-
if there's
they
a
might not
typo?
even
They're not
notice.
going to notice.
What about the A in YA?
It's like jokes on them. Adults read it too.
Mhm. All different
I don't
adults.
think they understand.
Google Foo
Yeah.
is a very real thing. Now I have a library in my pocket. Heck yeah.
Thank you, BC, for being
Yes.
so affirmative.
Nia, what highs and lows have you had this month?
Let's see.
Besides
This
the
month,
massive busyness and
yes.
struggling to do all of the website stuff.
I would say the high for this month, I feel like I got all of the scenes that I need drawn and colored for the comic. So that was definitely when I was doing my last scene. I was telling my husband, I'm like, I'm really working on the last scenes, and I can actually start putting together about maybe 4 to 6 episodes, depending on how and it just felt like so good because I didn't want to start putting them out until I was ahead. So now I feel like I can start putting together the first episode and the second and the third. And when I put them out, I won't be like that person on Friday trying to like hurry up and color and write and get everything done to upload something on Saturday. I was very afraid of that. So just having them drawn and colored was just such a relief, especially with how busy December has been. And the low was just, I think, figuring out the website, because I feel like I'm watching a lot of videos trying to learn how the best ways to do things, because I wanted to use a web host that was very interactive, but I have to learn how to use it. And I don't like it's not wasting time, but I'm like, I want to go. And I actually have to sit and listen and watch and take notes. And then sometimes I just have to sit and read not fun things to read.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to read fun things. I don't want to read, this is how you do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. But I have to, because, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that was the low, and it's not a bad low. It's just that it wasn't fun. It's like these things you have to do. Like, even my job is fun. I enjoy it because being a fitness instructor, it's like, yay, I'm going to work. And everybody's like, what? Who says yay, they go to work? I do.
You have to say, yeah, go to work.
Honestly, I will say, yay, I'm going to work every single day once I get
Yes.
this job.
When I was cooking every day, that was like, oh my god, I get to prep all day and play with knives and fire.
Now what do you say when you have to meal prep?
Now it's like, oh gosh, I'm the dishwasher.
Yes.
When I eventually go back to work, yay, I'll be going back to work. I'm not at work at the moment.
Oh,
Right.
no.
Devin joined the AuthorTube community in 2020, so that's a high. That's fantastic. BC is here. Hello. Alexis assimilated into UK culture perfectly. Ooh, what's UK culture? That's interesting.
One person living in the UK.
What people think the UK culture is.
Lots of tea, Jaffa cakes.
I
I'm
feel
out.
like that's a lot of
Yeah.
stereotypes.
I feel like tea is probably UK culture.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely
Going to Costa.
yes, absolutely. DC joined the AuthorTube community as well this year. Alexis is very excited about the Trash Panda.
Yes.
Actually, B is here. It's fun. I wish I could doze off. You're living the dream, dozing off.
Yeah, you're
Oh.
supposed to be a burrito. It's nice.
Yes.
Nice burrito.
What if we just did a sleep stream where we all just
Oh wow.
Creepy. No, out.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I do not want strangers watching me drool on myself. Thank you. Out.
It's fine.
We can all just pop our avatars on. So people aren't actually watching us sleep.
ASMR.
The low rumble of all of our combined snoring. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could have a burrito stream where we're all literally just watching the same movie but live streaming it,
We
And
should do that.
talking
should
about
do
it
that.
at the same time.
Mhm.
We should do that. I was thinking about an AuthorTube watch party. I think that would be fun.
Ooh.
We should do it.
Oh, okay, I'm saying it now. When in April is it
Mhm.
where Shadow and Bone series comes out? Like, hit me up. I will do a watch.
Okay,
live stream
I'm
watch
down.
series for that. Absolutely,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
I'm so down.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. We'll do an AuthorTube watch party for that for sure.
I am so excited for that
Though
though.
as well. Oh, I know. I'm like, okay, I'm not a massive fan of Shadow and Bone. Like the first series, I read it literally only because I heard there was going to be a series made out of it, and I was like, okay, it's in the same world as Six of Crows, like it's the same history.
Mhm.
I'll get
Yep.
to. I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Six of Crows or Crooked Kingdom. They are still
I
my
mean, but
favorite.
it's so good
But-
though. It's a hard follow. It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I will be doing my yearly reread of Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom in the next week or so. That's
Mhm.
going to be fun in preparation for April.
I got for Christmas.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh,
We have like the
yes.
brand new covers.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Wait, let's
Oh,
Show them off.
This is the box. I just got these. Look at.
Oh,
It's
they're
so
so
pretty.
I'm
beautiful.
so happy. I'm
Girl,
so
be
happy.
careful.
I know. I'm like trying to delicately put it back in because I will read it on my ebook and keep my books perfect.
You're triple tasking right now. Be careful with that.
See, I got a massive set of the Game of Thrones books, or the ones that are out anyway, like a few years ago for Christmas, and it came in the box. But as I was taking them out to read them and putting them back in the box, they don't all fit in the box anymore.
Because
So, like-
expansion.
Yes. So I can't put all the books back in the box, and there's just one out on the side, like.
Oh, my heart.
Oh,
I know. I felt that too.
My collector heart. It hurts.
When she said they don't all fit in the box, I was like, oh my gosh.
So, but yeah, the next time I get a box set, I'm like, not taking them out. So I'll leave them in there.
Yes.
Ashley couldn't finish Shadow and Bone, but Ben Barnes is a Darkling. See, I feel a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's Ben Barnes, and I'm like, which one's Ben Barnes again? I think he's the one from the Narnia movie,
mhm.
but that's literally the only thing I know him from. Oh, is that dude?
I mean,
That guy.
Prince Caspian was like an
Oh, thank
integral
you.
part of my formative teen years.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm just excited. I mean, mainly because like my first crush was on Georgie Henley, who played Lucy. So,
Aww.
but Ben Barnes has like a very, very special special place in my heart because he's just cool.
See, I was not a teenager when those movies came out, so
Yeah.
so it's just like the effect of Ben Barnes is washed over me. Like, this is a kids movie, it's fine.
I am aware that he exists and that he has stubble, and I've run out.
Well, speaking as the resident kid, I guess. Speaking as the resident kid.
Thank you for making me feel older, Barry Allen.
No, you're making me feel young. All of you. I'm 23. I'm fighting to be an adult, and yet you all are like.
Do you know what the Six of
30.
Crows are? They're the wrinkles around my eyes that I spackled down. Okay, so stop it with your youth.
One thing that I've discovered about being in the AuthorTube community is just like mostly 80% of the time it is you feel like a grandma compared to everybody else.
Yep.
Because until very recently, everybody else has been like late teens, early 20s, and I'm sitting there over 30, like, hi guys.
Like, hi.
Or how old? Been trying to have room for the teenagers for the past year. Like, what's going on?
I was having a mature conversation with a, how old are you right now? Oh my God, please don't arrest me.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I've totally done that. Been just chatting away with somebody. We were talking about perfectly normal stuff, so it was fine. But then she's like, "Oh, gotta go to bed. School in the morning." I'm like, "Oh,
Dead.
how old are you?"
Dead.
You're probably the same age as my daughter.
Oh,
Probably
You
just
never
a
know.
baby.
It's so weird.
that kills me deep down inside. Because you're like, wait a second, wait, are you an exceptionally clever child, or am I a stupid adult?
That's the one thing, it's just like you never know. And like, fair enough, like I would have loved like this sort of community when I was Haley's age, or or when I was just starting to like learn how to be a writer, because I did not learn how to be a writer until I'd been writing for like 15 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
And
same
then
here.
suddenly there's the internet and there's the tutorials and there's the writing advice, which sucks, but when I found it, it did not suck. And it's just like people didn't meet up back when I was young to talk about their stories, or there wasn't an online platform to talk to other people who were doing
Not
the
at
same
all.
thing we were. So yeah, I would have absolutely loved a community when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But silver
Yeah.
lining, at least I have it now.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
See that?
I feel like I would have been writing in my 20s had I had something like this, back in the early 2000s, and and then when it came along, I was busy raising kids. And then I hop on, I'm like, what did I miss? Wow.
Well, then
It's
speaking as
wild.
someone-
It is wild.
It's like a brand new world. There's so many different things to do, and then you have to figure out what a Scrivener is. Like,
Yeah.
It's like we're not doing everything on Word. What's happening?
I actually stopped writing 2012, which is when I graduated from culinary school, and I was just cooking the entire time. So when I finally couldn't anymore, I just looked around and went, what other talents do I have? And then like, you used to write, idiot. Like, try picking that up again, maybe. I don't know. And I did October of this year, actually. And I realized that all of the focus that I developed as a chef, I can just pick that up and dump it onto writing so that I can like be at the computer for hours and hours and hours of time and not feel pain in my body. I'm just like, go write the words now. Like, I feel like even though I started late, like all of the things that I had done in my past as a young adult, like all of the training that I went through, I felt like it's made me stronger. So even though I am late in the game, ooh, I am coming for you. I am strong now. You don't even know.
The thing with writing is you can't start late. So I know people put a lot of pressure on, oh, you got to do it young and all this, that, and the other. But like, there are some very famous authors who did not get published until they were 30, 40, 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things that there is no time limit for it, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Because then it helps me stop feeling bad that I'm like, however old I am, and I've been like, oh, we publish when I'm, by the time I'm 20, oh, by the time I'm 25, oh, by the time I'm 30, and then I'm just, I'll get there eventually. Right, so speaking of writing, how about we pause and we do a quick, I'll call it a productivity sprint. If anybody has anything they need to finish off, they want to get some goals started or organized, and then we can come back and then we can start talking about 2020 and 2021.
I will be eating.
I will be getting food.
I am probably going to go and make myself another cup of tea. What button do I need? Oh, okay, let me share the screen first. I can never figure out the buttons on the bottom of this stupid thing. Right, so if I share that screen first, nope, that's Netflix. Nope.
Yes, what are you watching on Netflix?
Yeah.
Sabrina. I completely forgot it was coming out today, and to be honest, I'm glad I forgot it was coming out today, because if I had remembered early in the morning, I would not have finished Project Theft.
A little shout out to
Oh.
Regina Duke being like, don't let those young published authors get to you. Writing
Aw.
is ageless. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't actually know the age of any authors who are published anyway, so like if you asked me an author, I could not tell you how old they are. I'm so sorry, Sherry, you're blocked by that comment. I could not tell you how old any author was, so it's even a factor that probably doesn't even matter. Because no one knows, and it's fantastic. Right, we'll get this sprint started. So if everybody wants to get whatever they're doing up and done, and we will start our first one in 3, 2, 1, begin. Let's get the right page back up. Okay, that's no, Google Timer would help me out a lot there. There we go. That is the end of the first sprint. We'll try and get another one in there. What do I want to do? I have to stop the screen completely. That's just the least amount of effort to do. Well, I need to figure much out to just stop the screen from sharing. How did we do on the end of the sprint, everybody? What did we get done?
I got good progress on my food.
What food have you got?
It's fried tofu and broccoli and pickles.
Ooh,
Ah.
yummy.
Okay.
I got food. I got cheese and crackers.
Yay! Delicious.
That's good. I just got tea in my Emperor's New Groove mug, which I'm very, very happy about.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Ooh.
So the last
Adorable.
What?
poison. Yes.
Yes.
How?
I got my hot chocolate.
Yay!
Okay, you guys, something's happening in chat, but BC Brand Books is talking about Recipe for Seduction, and also she is going to be doing a reaction video to it. So let's hype that up because it's going to be terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Is this live? See, I'm England, so we don't really have Lifetime.
Oh, no.
So is it like the non-holiday version of Hallmark or something very over dramatic, very so I don't
the opposite in that the Hallmark ones always are have that more happy ending, and the Lifetime ones usually someone's getting murdered. Yeah.
It's either someone's getting murdered or someone's getting domestic violenced, and that's
or kidnapped.
Oh yes, kidnap. Is gonna.
Okay,
I don't have Lifetime because I would like to save my soul. So
I feel like your Lifetime is the equivalent of what UK soaps would be.
Probably.
Oh my god.
But just in movie form. So I think I see. Yes, that sounds absolutely hilarious.
You think it's romantic, but then the guy's an axe murderer.
But it's okay.
Not romantic. It's not romantic.
I just want to read this. It's from Wikipedia. But A Recipe for Seduction is an original Lifetime mini movie sponsored by KFC, starring Mario Lopez as Colonel Sanders.
What?
Wait, okay. I think I saw this and I thought it was.
You thought it was jokes. It's real.
That's for real.
It's for real.
Is that how they're trying to get
was
people interested in watching it by having KFC there?
No, KFC has gone off. KFC has also made a game console. So it's like two worlds colliding. All of my worlds are colliding right now. And it's all terrible.
Whoever is KFC's like social media manager, props to them.
Wow.
KFC has just been doing like the weirdest things.
Yep.
They really have.
So I don't know if you know about this, but KFC has made a game console that has a chicken warmer in the center of it to keep your chicken warm for when you was gaming.
Okay.
Has somebody bought this? Like
Many people have bought this.
This is amazing and hilarious.
I think we've killed Vixen.
It fits the vibes of 2020. So
yes.
Wow.
I don't even know.
Oh my gosh.
Regina's here. Tay is here. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
wait. I'm sorry.
They made a gaming simulator. They made a dating simulator. KFC made a dating simulator. Is it Chicken Daddies? I need to know more.
You better.
Keep an eye on those. I'll get when they come to me. I should pop them up. Oh my god. Kat got 130 words for her nano story. So close to 41k. Trying to finish it today, so I can focus on the next book in the series. Writing a new book in January, which I think. I don't know if you've replied any more to that. But there we go. See you working on your next 100k. Okay, you know what? None of my books have actually ever reached 100k. Let's just make that clear. I think the most I've written for one book, I'm very sure. The most I've written for one book is like 95k. Actually, no. How long is Project Body Swap? No, that's 96k. So 96k is the most I've ever written. I've got a crying child. Oh, there's the rest of it. It's called NaNoWriMo. Yeah, a lot of people are taking part in.
That's cute.
Who coined NaNoWriMo anyway? Well, like, who decided it was going to be a thing in January to write another 50k? Is it for NaNoWriMo? I don't know. I've just randomly heard it over the place. I sort of am doing NaNoWriMo though, to be fair. So I'm not going to talk about that.
Yes, you are.
We're not going to talk about that. Ashley B got my lap desk out and Kitchen Nightmares on it. Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Today got home and opened the stream.
Okay. According to Fiction Writers Group on Facebook, it's Earl Chesser who came up with the concept of NaNoWriMo. It started on the Facebook group.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. Google food, baby.
Yes. Yes.
Add it to your resume.
I looked it up. I might buy it. I might stream this game.
Just
Oh my god.
Really?
Go there.
Because
Just
I'm totally fine with going to heck.
Oh,
that's such a.
I'm looking at it on Steam right now. It is glorious and anime and horrifying. I love it.
I really thought this was just a spoof. I saw it. I'm not kidding. I'm a little shocked.
You were like, oh, the internet. Why do you keep doing this to yourself, the internet? No, girl, it is sponsored. It is sponsored company content.
And now I feel like I must see this.
Yes, 2020 is coming to get you.
I remember seeing something the other day where people were like, oh, this is what like the mascots for all of the fast food restaurants would look like if they were anime. And I swear to God, I saw this picture of Colonel Sanders.
Oh,
and then like it's
Colonel
there, and it's got like McDonald's, Burger King, and all of that on it as well. And I'm like, is this like a real thing? And I'm not shocked, but I'm
terrified and shocked. I like how he's drawn in this. You know, I'm not an actual artist. I'm a connoisseur of art, but I like to say I like that he's like all the way leaning back as though his MCE energy is so big that he's got to lean back.
And I'm feeling the whole apron as a cape thing.
Oh yes,
I'm feeling that.
All about meeting other dads.
It's not even staying on his shoulders.
It doesn't have to.
That's the power of his charisma.
Yes.
Okay, it like as soon as he tries to put it off, it just comes off again.
He needs the chest game there. That's why the apron's not there anymore.
There it is. Yep.
For the chest.
Sarah saw that.
She honed in on that.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I think people are like, what else can I get away with in 2020?
Yeah,
that I cannot get away with in any other year. And it's this.
that's it.
Right, okay. Speaking
Thank you, Ash.
Oh my God. Right, okay.
This is why I'm not allowed on other people's streams. I just it just goes downhill.
Downhill, it went uphill, definitely. Right, speaking of, guys, we'll move on to tomorrow and the new year. Away from standards. What is everybody's goals for either the new year or for January specifically?
Go ahead, Sherry.
Oh, me? Wait.
Yeah.
I have a list somewhere.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
I wrote it down.
Have your list.
That's good.
And where am I? Who am I? Oh, yes, look, it's me, Sherry. Okay. As far as writing goes, I would like to finish the zero draft and start the edits to my project Vegan Vampires. It's a fun romp through the nightlife of LA with a bunch of it's going to be cute and funny, and I wanted to do something that was a little bit more lighthearted than my NaNoWriMo project, which I'm planning to start the edits on. So getting it from zero draft to first draft, called Project Scheherazade. And I would like to post on my writing Insta 3 times a week, post a YouTube video once a month, and show up on Twitch whenever I have makeup on. So those are my goals for 2020.
That's so good. I'm so excited. The one and only time I've ever heard of Scheherazade was actually watching Leverage.
I know, girl. I love that show. I love that show.
That is how I first heard of Scheherazade, and I was just like, that sounds like such an amazing story.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, hit me up with your retelling. Absolutely.
She's sassy.
Straight to me. Haley, what have you got going on next year / next month?
Well, my first goal is to get a full-time job. So fingers crossed, everybody, that I get this grant writing position. But for writing, I do want to query my main manuscript. Like I said, Secrets of the Neath. I do want to keep posting regularly on YouTube. So like Monday and Friday, that's what I'm trying to make a schedule for. And then also with Sherry, like streaming on Twitch whenever possible, just trying to get a good schedule in place for a lot of my writing goals. And then since my internship starts next week, trying to just create a schedule around that. So I guess like my main overarching goal is to have a schedule.
Yes. That all important schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, this week with the painters and everything, it made me realize that I actually did have like a schedule in place, as like loose as it was, even though it wasn't defined by like work, but yeah, just like improving that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you figured out you got a schedule after it got disrupted.
I know. Isn't that like how it goes though?
Yeah. Life is like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Also, thank you, Ashley. But don't
yes.
Identity.
Is that a little bunny in that mug?
It is a bunny in a cup.
Aww.
Yeah, what have we got going on? Or what have you got going on, the royal we?
Oh gosh. So finishing putting together my website, getting the comic, at least 6 episodes all completely put together. I think I need to make an intro for them since I'm going to put them in video form. So probably need to do that too. I don't know how long they're going to be. So, so
Shout out to your
mostly
Wacom tablet. Is really cool.
oh, yes. I love my tablet. I have 3. I've got my iPad, my Wacom, and then I've got the X Pen also. And that way I can work on different places. The iPad's the easiest one because I can take it everywhere with me. And also I can do my writing. So it's the easiest one to flip back and forth between writing and then inking. And so
Yeah.
it's my favorite for that reason. But if I'm just doing art, I'd like to be on the Wacom or the X Pen if I'm just doing art. But if I'm multitasking, iPad wins
Yes.
for multitaskers. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just everything. If I need to pop on the internet to do my Google research.
Need to fall down the ever expanding hole of Instagram.
Yes.
It's always Pinterest that I fall down.
Yes.
Always Pinterest.
The pictures are so pretty.
They are.
I'm doing it for inspiration. It's fine. It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's for your mood boards.
It counts. It counts.
It does.
No matter what anybody says, it counts.
It does. Yeah. So those are my goals. What about you, Sarah?
I don't know. I've got so many goals, stupidly, for next year that I don't even really know what I want to work on in January. Like, I want to participate in the author mentor match. That's from the 11th to the 14th of January. So I'm going to spend the first couple of weeks trying to write a query for Project Body Swap and trying to write a synopsis for Project Body Swap and fill out the application, etc., etc. And then I think Abingdon House,
Which is your middle grade?
Which is my middle grade. Yeah, I need to do my rereads for that and then start organising that to be rewritten, hopefully in February.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe Project Floral as well. I'll
nice.
go at trying to start redrafting that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Abington House. It sounds so neat. I really, really am excited for it.
I'm very, very happy with the idea. I've got a lot of things that I need to work on for it because I want to sort of not step into Rick Riordan's shoes, but I want to sort of follow what Rick Riordan is doing and making sure that my middle grade is diverse as possible. So I've got a trans non-binary character, I've got a gender fluid character. So it's just, I've got one of the characters is Muslim, and obviously all of this set in a magical realism world where vampires and werewolves and mermaids are just there. So it's a sort of a lot of trying to figure out how I want to add all of these in, and sort of like how well, or what is the way that 12-year-olds reading this book are going to understand sort of everything that it is that I am putting into the book, which sounds a little bit weird, but it's just like how much do 12-year-olds know as it stands and as it is about all the different genders and the sexuality. So it's like explaining it without explaining it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to take a little bit to sort of get that.
If being on TikTok has taught me one thing, it's that 12-year-olds know a lot more than me.
Yeah.
About everything.
Definitely it helps. Probably most 12-year-olds are like on TikTok or watch TikTok now as it is, so there's probably a mountain of information on that.
And they're like, let me tell you about the genders.
They're actually, I feel like they're actually growing up with it, where those of us over 30s are more like we're learning it. They're growing up with it, so it's kind of cool that they don't have to be like, what is that? How does it? They're like, that's my friend, and this is how it is.
It's less it's not so much a big deal. Like you don't have to like explain too much about them, because I feel like at that age you say something, you define it, and they're like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yep.
Mhm. And for me, I mean, like, just speaking to that, I feel like I've been, and like my generation is kind of on the cusp of all that. Like, we didn't necessarily grow up with like sexuality and gender being like a concrete thing that
Mhm.
people knew about, but we have been on the cusp of like, or like coming off of all these big changes and all these ways that like, information
Mhm.
and like knowledge about gender and sexuality has, I don't know, like been explored, like been discovered in one way. So yeah, I don't know. I personally, I would ask a 12-year-old. But then I'd be a little scared.
Do I?
I think there's this meme where I'm not entirely sure how it goes, but it's basically this this tree is for boys and girls, and then eventually there's the punchline is there are 3 genders: boys, girls, and pirates. I just cut to this chase because I don't actually remember it all that well. Taylor says, my 13-year-old niece has already sat with me and had long discussions on her gender identity and sexuality. And the whole time I was like, I didn't know what you know till I was 20. Ouch.
So that makes me feel a little bit better about how to explain these things without explaining them.
Mhm.
Now I just need to figure out how to make it obvious in the text without having a character outright state it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So
wow, that one sounds harder. Oh gosh, look at the time.
No, I have a plan. So like, so one of my characters is trans, and my plan in my head, to get that information across, because I honestly don't feel that they would go out and just randomly state to everyone, oh, by the way, I'm trans. Like, I don't see that conversation happening in my head. So my plan, for some strange reason, is to have the protagonist come across a very, very old photo.
Very
the character
nice.
That is
and
clever.
their old self, and then obviously the conversation will follow that. Oh, that was me.
Oh yeah.
So many years ago, and then have
That's
be
a
like,
good idea.
okay, so that's in my head. So yeah,
it's also going to be a really powerful scene, I think.
Yeah.
I know with my story, it's taking place in the future, and I almost want it to be like we're so past all of this that we're going through now that it doesn't even matter. So when they see somebody or somebody's like, oh, I'm interested in that person, it's not even a question like what, or it's just it is, and nobody thinks twice, blinks, nothing. It's just that's perfectly fine.
That is how I write my books now, even if they're set in modern time. If someone says, oh, they're bisexual, okay, cool. Like, I don't want, like, fair enough, the drama might be there in those lives, but I'm not you know, LGBT, I'm not facing any of those issues. I've never experienced, you know, any of that, so I don't write it. So whether, you know, it might have happened in that character's life, it's not something that I'm going to bring to the forefront. So it's basically is like, my world is this world where sexism and racism and, you know, all of these stereotypes, and they just don't exist in my world, in my head as I write it, and everything is just as it should be.
I like that.
Who they are. So that is how I try to write, because it shouldn't be a big deal.
Right.
And it shouldn't be questioned, and it should just be, it shouldn't even be the case of having to sit down and go, I need to tell you that I'm bi or I'm gay. Like, I don't sit my parents down and go, Mum, Dad, I'm straight. Like, I don't say that. So yeah, to get to a place where no one has to sit someone down to tell them their gender or tell them
Oh,
their
yeah.
sexuality. Like that's the world. That's how it should be. That's the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I've been taking a little bit of a different approach in my stories. Like, I mean, the queer experience is very much a part of what I've been writing, and because like it's a huge part of me, and I've been like really feeling comfortable at exploring it in my writing, which
Yes.
has been really, really good. But like, I've been seeing a lot of conflicting advice about like whether or not to include like the struggle, TM, the struggle, like in your projects or
Mhm.
anything. And I feel like it really just depends on the person,
Absolutely.
the author, and like the characters and the story.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a way that you can include the struggle of potentially coming out, or like the struggle of the world of being queer in a world that doesn't accept you,
Yes.
but in a
Yeah.
way that doesn't or like in a way
Alienate
that
people.
reflects the world,
Yeah.
you know, without overwhelming it,
Yes.
if that makes sense. Because I feel like including it is a big part of stories, because like I don't know, for me it just seems a little wrong to just erase
Right.
everything, whereas like I could use the stories to like educate in some way, you know.
Yes. So
Oh, yeah.
basically what you're saying is you would like to inform without being too preachy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also make it commonplace, like
Yeah.
everybody else, you know.
I mean, as far as my experiences with the queer community, it's always been you always find yourself like every time you meet people, you're almost always like at the foot of a hill, and you are not entirely sure whether this is a hill or this is a huge mountain. So you're just like, how high up do I have to climb in order to like get to a certain level with you? Do you know what I mean? And that's a part of the struggle, I suppose, that I wish wasn't there, but because I have to experience that, like because I have that I have that road to climb. It's something that I can share with the world. It's a part of my voice that I can talk to people about. Like this is how it goes for me and people like me. And you need to hear it, because this is part of a story that only I can tell, and only in my voice. You know? So it's like, for me, it's important to me to like go through the steps and go through the journey. But it's also important for me to see straight authors, like cisgendered authors, going there, because the fact that they are trying to bring this into a fictional world, like I'm just going to go off on a tangent here, but when I played Fallout New Vegas, there are 2 characters on there that were gay. And it just, at the time that I was playing it, they didn't make a big deal about their sexuality. They didn't make a big deal about anything at all. It was just there. It was just part of the story.
Yeah.
And at that time, I felt this overwhelming sense of, oh my God, it's me. Look, it's me. I'm being represented. And it just made me incredibly happy. And to have more people experience that would be a joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves to be represented.
Yeah.
They really do.
Everywhere.
Needs to be represented for the exact reasons, Sherry. It's you can't. I don't know how to explain it. I'm one of those people who, if I haven't experienced it, I'm not going to write about it. So I would not be one to write about a coming out story if one of my characters was gay, or I would not write any moments of a Black or Asian character, say, experiencing racism or anything like that, because first of all, everyone experiences it differently.
Mhm.
Everyone sees it differently, and because I have not experienced it, I'm like, I can't tell it in the right way. Like, I don't want to come off, writing in a stereotypical way, or I don't want to get it wrong. And I know people always go, just get some sensitivity readers, but like every single sensitivity reader,
It's
they're going
different.
to have a
It's
different
different.
opinion about it. So some people will say that is real to life, and some people will say, no, you've got it all wrong.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I am very much in the boat of, yes, these types of stories need to be told, and people do need to be aware about all of the struggles that everybody who is not white and straight go through.
Mhm.
But I feel that needs to come more from the people who have experienced it, so it is told in the right way. Obviously not saying that straight people can't include moments of struggle for their characters, but their entire story should not focus on that element. That shouldn't be the story. That should be
Like
should be
just
part
part.
of the character,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and not the story. So
It's just an aspect of a person.
Yes.
Mhm.
just like
Yeah.
people feel like diversity is so difficult, and I'm
Exactly.
like, no,
It's not that difficult. There,
Look outside your window.
Yeah, really.
I'm not black. I can't write a black person. I'm like, what's
yes, you can.
What's the difference? Like their skin tone.
Yeah.
That's literally like the one physical difference you see is their skin tone. And yes, there will be cultural differences. But again, I feel you don't really have to delve deep into those cultural differences.
Yeah.
They can be mentioned. They can be part of the character in the colors or the styles that they wear, in the food that they eat, in the days that they can or cannot go out, or the holidays that they are celebrating outside of all the white Christian holidays. Like that's how you put diversity in. And a lot of people either don't understand that or don't want to understand that.
I've already decided I won't write anything that's not diverse, and and because I'm a Black woman, I write what I wish I had to read when I was young. And I don't always want to read about the struggle, because there are a lot of Black slave stories and you read them and they're wonderful, but was anybody happy? I wanted as a child to be able to read something where there's just a Black girl who's happy and she's doing all the things that the twins were doing in those stories that I was reading, or this, why couldn't I see someone who looked like me, and just going through life, but having some fun and enjoying it without the struggle all the time. Sometimes it needs to be there, but sometimes, I'm like, growing up, I felt like a lot of times I'm not having all these struggles, but they're there, but I'm living my life. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And sometimes I
Black girl. Sorry, you continue.
That's okay. But so I wanted to read stories like that, where yes, this is who they are, but also, hey, they're doing these wonderful things, and or if it's an adventure series, they're actually going through an adventure. I don't want a very elementary example is Dora the Explorer. Yeah, she's a Latina girl, but she's going on adventures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So basically a young adult or adult story where that's the story.
Yeah.
It's a Black girl, but she's out being the hero and doing the fun things. Or a fantasy.
A little bit of a shout out right now.
Okay.
Bridgerton. Bridgerton has a Black queen, girl. Yes. I was like, yes.
And they're literally stories like that. And there was another story too where they did Star-Crossed or something like that, where none of that mattered, but you have Black characters and white characters and Asian characters, and everybody's they're these characters, but they're just telling the story. Sometimes that's all I want. I just want to see the
Sometimes
people.
all you want to do is see people who look like you and who are basically like you doing cool things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
black girl can discover that she is a witch and go to Hogwarts.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
all it is.
Yes.
That is literally all it is.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there are different kinds of stories and they serve different purposes. But we need that diversity in storytelling as well, I feel.
Mhm.
Because sometimes I do just want to see Black people, Asian people, Latino people being the captain of a spaceship or doing these, you know what I mean? Doing these
We
wonderful.
want to swash, buckle too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It is,
Yeah, thank you.
It's literally
Yeah.
that simple. It's like instead of having this character be white in space, have them be black in space, or have them be Asian or North American. You know, have them not be white.
Yeah.
It's literally as simple as that. But I don't think a lot of people think that they can do that without having to. Oh, but Black people face so many issues, and the Asian culture. It's just like, but
How are you going to write an Iranian? Oh gosh.
But it doesn't matter. But I find that most of my characters are sort of delved into like mostly not being white
Yes.
anymore, or not being like I don't know what it is. And then I don't think many of my characters are straight either, to be fair.
Mhm.
But yeah,
I actually enjoyed
evolved
that.
into like away from, because they've got plenty of things to read and watch that is all about them and that they're represented by. Like, it's time for everybody else now.
Shout out
Yeah.
for non-binaries.
Yeah, exactly.
They people can't complain. They've got enough people to look up to.
Yeah.
And I don't exclude anybody. Like there's white people there too. Don't worry. But
Yeah, absolutely. White
Everybody-
people aren't going to disappear,
Yeah.
okay? Y'all are
Nope.
safe. Like, you're not, no
Everyone's
one's
there.
trying to erase you.
yes, everyone's there. It's just that other people are there also that you don't maybe always see.
Okay,
And
I'm
they
not
have-
always, I
They
don't
have
have
more than one line.
that
They have
holds
more
the
than one
purse.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the diverse people have more than one line, and the diverse people have whole storylines and
Mhm.
importance and are doing things.
Character
They're
arc.
also the heroes a lot of the times in the story.
Yeah.
So those are the stories I want to write. So that's what I'm writing. In my fantasy, if you see my character sketches, like my fairies are what they're in a fantasy land, but what you would say would be maybe someone who's Middle Eastern, or they're maybe someone who they just look like. That's just how I want my world to look, and they're all equal at doing their thing. The princesses are Asian, Black, White, and Latina. So you know what I mean? It's and I'm like, and it's not a big deal that they are. Not everybody's straight.
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm.
The rainbow is always tasty.
Everybody's straight. Yeah, like it's all there. It's all there. And I'm like, I want to write the stories that I want to see. So
Yeah.
I want to see stories that include everybody. So there we go.
Yes.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Oh my God, you guys. We like just had an actual discussion. I feel like
A
We just
productive
hijacked.
discussion as well.
I mean I don't think this comes up a lot on Author Tube, but I'm really glad that it came up, especially after the end of this trash fire of a year.
I know.
Mhm.
It's like we needed this.
Yeah, we needed to
Yeah.
just vent.
Here, tell everybody what we really want to see.
Yes, this is what we
This is
want.
what we want to
This is
read.
what we need.
After this year, I don't want to go back to no. Moving forward.
I don't
It
want to
better
go
be
back
better.
to an all-white Riverdale, okay?
No. Oh, why?
Oh.
Why?
Or you've got all white, but then there's just that like one black friend.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Like, so happy.
Yeah. Oh my God. Also, not to toot my own horn, but next Friday, I'll actually be doing a Queering Your Writing workshop with Ren Keeling. on YouTube as part of the Right Mamas like week-long welcome.
What it's called, and I'm so sad I can't remember what it's called. But yes, her
All right.
creative kickstart for 2021.
Yes.
I like that. Yes.
Yeah. I don't really know what we're going to talk about. Well, I mean, I do, but like, yeah. And like Ren is so much well-versed in like queer stuff than me. Like, so it's going to be different perspectives, and I'm excited. So you guys should totally come.
Yes, definitely.
It's at
I'll be there.
I'll check if it's in my time zone.
it's at 5
If not, I will catch
p.m.
the replay. You're doing that. I think we need to organise some kind of like how to diversify your writing
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
stream as well, so
Oh,
we
yeah.
can talk about this in way more detail.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Could we please?
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be.
I'll
Yeah.
note that down as well as our Shadow and Bone watch series. Watch party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, are we planning out? We're starting to plan out 2021. This is.
Oh my God, we're actually doing it. Actually.
We are.
Shocked.
Oh wow.
Right, so I'm
We
gonna.
were accidentally productive.
Also, I
There we.
hate to interject again, but Sherry,
What?
our stream. did you wanna jump off and
We should probably go do that.
yeah, because we're like 40 minutes late.
Oh
Well, I didn't
okay,
wanna say anything.
technically-
I didn't,
Technically, we didn't schedule anything. So
you're right. You're right.
and I feel like we had kind of like a breakthrough here. We talked about stuff, we opened up, things are happening, we're having a connected conversation. I feel like
Yeah.
if naturally we have to keep going on this, like this is something that's like really important to talk about.
Oh yeah. No.
Watching you and I like fall upwards on Stardew Valley can kind of relate.
I know.
I know. I'm curious about the comments.
Something
too.
out.
Yes, let's read the comments.
Right, well, Regina, beautiful faces on your stream are a wonderful demonstration of how lovely we are as human beings. Very inclusive too.
Yes.
Thank you. BC Brown, my Japanese American friend and I are co-writing a book that has a Latina female teen and a non-binary character. We're writing them like normal people. And our sensitivity readers help with the cultural stuff. That's so exciting.
Nice.
Yay!
Write it live on productivity streams on Mondays with Zach. That's the story you're writing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, it's always too late for me to watch, but I always like schedule this on my AuthorTube Google Calendar, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what book they're writing together on the stream. And now I know what book it is.
That's cool.
So fantastic.
That is so cool.
Actually, we love this conversation. Yes.
We love you.
Tay, proud of you. Thank you.
Aw,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here's to not keeping up with the schedule.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go with the flow, baby.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm just gonna call you Rock. Hi, hello, welcome.
Rock Nalda time.
Rocking all the time.
Rocking all the time.
rocking
Okay.
Yeah,
all the time.
rocking all the time.
Clever. I like it. I appreciate the perspective as a queer person. I try to make queerness commonplace, but also in my own environment it isn't commonplace, and it would be remiss to not acknowledge that.
Mhm.
Yes, I find it difficult. As a reader, I find it difficult to find representation where queerness is normal and not at the forefront. The character is queer in practice and doesn't just have a label slapped on for diversity.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. I find that's like an issue sometimes, like, oh, we've got the gay best friend, and like that's the
Mhm.
representation there for you guys. It's
Yeah.
like,
No, they need to be important.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
I
I
gotta
can see.
recommend so many YA novels to you guys.
stick him in the private chat because I need books for next year. Go
Yes,
for it.
please. Yes.
What is it I always see the news stories like, oh, like I'm on a route on Disney now, despite the fact I work for Disney. Like, oh, Disney have a lesbian couple in the background, and I'm just like,
Why
what a
did
fantastic representation, and I'm just like, No,
Yeah, not really.
Mhm.
that's the
Oh
bare
yeah,
minimum.
there's a gay character in Beauty
Yeah.
and the Beast.
Oh yeah,
You see
mhm.
half a second of a shot of them dancing with another man, and it's like,
Yay!
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
We
problem
represented.
solved. Problem solved. Thanks, Disney.
Yep.
Like, I know they had that one the one gay character come out on Andy Mack. Was it Andy Mack? I feel like it was Andy Mack.
Yeah.
Which I thought, okay, yes, that's a bit better than 2 seconds worth of footage. Like, it's an actual main character who's coming out as gay. Like, yes, there we go, thank you, that's better. And there's a lot of, what is it, their new cartoon, the new animated show that's out,
Ooh, the Owl House.
the Owl House.
Yeah.
The main character, Luz,
Mhm.
I want to say her name is pronounced is she canon confirmed bisexual?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
so. Oh, thank you, Tay. The lamp in the cup for the gay ones, the beauty and the beast, the fun. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Also, Bert and Ernie
Yes.
fight
Yes.
me as well. Also, I don't know, but like Gonzo and Rizzo.
They
Yeah.
are always
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
They're always together.
Like, I don't want to be the person that just pairs up everybody with like the person of the same sex, but you know, strong case for Gonzo and Rizzo there.
It's like how all the M&Ms are gay or trans.
Yeah.
What?
It's have you not seen I can't remember what it was, but like when the the brown M&M first got his character, it was a man, but now she's a woman. And it's the same with like another one of the characters as well, was always drawn as a man, but now she's drawn as a woman. And so everyone's just like, trans, you can't say otherwise.
And some of them are trans
be-
lesbians.
Yeah.
Yes, my lovelies. My
Why
trans
didn't I
men.
know this?
So Gonzo is pan, definitely.
Okay.
He hangs out with Rizzo all of the time, but also has his chickens from
That
outer
is true.
space.
Yes.
That is true. He
You
loves
know
his
what?
friends.
Okay, yeah. I tend to make gay ships and I try not to listen. Sometimes they make it too hard not to make it gay.
No,
Yeah.
and that's the thing,
Yeah.
right? If you do not give us gay, we will make it gay.
Yeah.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
feel the same way about action flicks from the 80s. If you know what I'm talking about, they're always these big, well-oiled, muscular men, and you're like, this is gay. This is incredibly gay. I have a finely tuned gaydar being one of the gays, and I can say definitively, this is a gay.
I thought
And it's amazing.
It's good. There's always a way to make it gay.
yes, for good reason,
Mhm.
not just for killing them off.
Yeah.
There's another
Oh,
pet peeve, you know.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supernatural looking at you.
No, we're not talking about that. We're not.
Yeah,
We're just
we're
not
not.
doing it.
Actually, you know,
My gay heart can't take this.
for Thrilling
Like,
Adventures of
but not
Sabrina,
the
it's
Spanish
like-
version but not the Spanish version. Apparently,
Oh.
that was
Mhm.
dubbed different or translated differently or something.
I love you.
yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
In the Spanish dub, they are like Dean confessed his love to Cass, but then in the English version, he just doesn't say anything, and then I guess he like gets dragged down to hell. But like, I've never seen
Oh.
Supernatural. I'm only going off of what I've seen on
The
Twitter.
memes.
Right?
Yeah.
I also
The only
tend to
reason- that's the only reason I know about it is because of the memes. Like,
Mhm.
that's the sole reason I know about what has happened.
I saw the meme, which is basically go to super hell, you fruit, and I felt very seen by that. I also tend to solve love triangles by being like, have you considered polyamory? But that's a whole nother topic.
Okay,
That's
you know
how
what?
I solved my love triangle in my
Hands up, though.
retelling.
Hands up, though. This hasn't actually happened, right? But in Project Body Swap, in which there is no romance between the main characters, I was like, but there could be. And I'm like, but I don't know who to ship with who, like, because I like both ships equally. And then one of the characters is already sort of in a polyamorous relationship with a couple of people. So I was just like, there we go. That's
Why not?
Solved it.
If I decided to ever write a sequel to Project Body Swap, like, that would be in there. Without a doubt, if I could come up with a sequel. But that's
I'm excited.
what to do. Like, fan fiction writers do it all the time. Like, I don't know why the normal writers can't do it that way.
I know. Why not? Like, why leave all the fun for fan fiction? Oh, right. I forgot. It's because publishing is morphing slowly and slowly, faster actually, into one gigantic amalgamous being that's just going to eat all of our books.
Yeah.
I made myself sad, you guys.
Penguin.
Ooh, yeah.
Or what was it, like Simon and Schuster?
Simon and Schuster at first, right?
Right.
Google.
No, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to pull this conversation away from the fun
Okay.
and to the point of the actual stream.
All right.
For the last 10 minutes. I'm so sorry.
No, this is informing my new year, though, so you know.
This is, well, to be fair, here we go. What are you most looking forward to in this new year? And do you have any concerns regarding your writing or your work moving into 2021?
Whew.
Sherry, we'll start with you.
My fears for the coming year would have to be I don't know if I'll be able to balance AuthorTube, streaming, and my writing at the same time. That is a very big fear for me because I currently like the writing schedule that I'm on at the moment, which is I sit down and I write a lot and I don't stop writing until I take a nap on my cat. So I don't know how I'm going to I don't know how to schedule, and that's scary. That's it.
Yes.
The easiest thing I've found is if I'm streaming on a Wednesday, I don't write on a Wednesday because I know I will be doing my writing later on my stream. So that then frees up my day to do whatever else it is that I want to do.
Yeah.
Which is then everything else that it is that I need to do.
Yes.
But you'll find a way. You'll find out quickly what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And, absolutely pick and choose with what you feel bothered to work on. If you can film 2 videos in a day, film 2 videos in a day. If you don't want to put out a video 1 month, then don't do it. If you want to stream on Twitch, go for it. It's completely up to you, and you will eventually find something that works for you, and you'll find your own way to schedule everything in a way that makes you comfortable.
So I'm hearing fail upwards.
Yes. There are no mistakes. Mistakes help you learn, and
Yes.
we are right here to help you out if you need any help whatsoever.
I think that's also one of my goals for the upcoming year is I'm just going to be unafraid of failing. I'm just failing is not, it's not hard. It's not supposed to destroy you. It's supposed to give you new data points to look at. This is what happened. This is why it went wrong. This is what you can use to fix it.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm just gonna think about it that way. Positivity. T.
Positivity.
Yes.
Very quickly, Crow's looking forward to having their first book professionally edited and hopefully published this year or next year, still 2020. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Sarah, hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Yeah.
Haley, I forgot what most of the question was. What are you looking forward to next year? Do you have any concerns?
Yeah, I'd say that I have pretty much the same schedule concerns. Just like figuring out how to work around everything that's hopefully going to be happening, and like figuring out or like redoing my schedule so that most everything gets done, but also allowing myself the wiggle room to like go with the flow, to let things happen. Not like bad things, but like to not get too worried when things don't happen like the way that they're supposed to, because I feel like 2020 has been that way a lot. So
Look, everyone gets a free pass this year,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
yeah,
Free pass all around.
yeah.
2020 doesn't count.
Well, sorry.
That's fine, I'm done. Okay.
Well, I know that I've like said this a lot, but my main goal is to get a full-time job.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been praying for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you.
all want this for you, Haley. One.
Thanks. So like scheduling concerns around everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Once you are, what is going on with my hair? I think once you've got your work schedule and everything, you'll be able to sort of schedule around it,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully you'll have enough time for everything that it is you want to do without burning yourself out.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully. Burnout is real.
Burnout is not fun. Like I
Yeah.
think I'm on the cusp of a constant state of burnout at the moment. It's
yes.
ridiculous. We'll figure it out.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm hoping for your comic to hit next year.
Yes, I hope so. I think my biggest concern about the upcoming year is probably has to do, I guess it's scheduling. This past year has been so up and down. We're gonna have school, we're not having school, homeschooling, and then with the working in a gym, gyms are closed. You got to teach. Everything has been so chaotic in that sense. And then I just started AuthorTube. I've been watching BookTube and AuthorTube, for a while, but I just started AuthorTube in October. So I haven't got a real schedule. I know what I want to do. Like in December, I didn't do any videos. I knew I wasn't going to have time. So I didn't even tell myself I was going to do videos. Yeah. But if I'm going to be on AuthorTube, I need to do videos. It's YouTube. So it's like making everything fit. And then I have more than just the comic that I want to do, and not realizing how much it is to be the writer and the author and the person putting it all together and then trying to publish it, for free on my own, just to I'm almost doing it to just see how I'm received almost, and then I hope to actually put it in a novel, the whole concept of the story. It's a little bit of a retelling in space. So then seeing if I could actually put it all together and make it a novel. But I have other novels that I want to write also. And it's a lot. It's like there's so much I want to do. And I'm like, I could barely do this in the last 3 months. And I would not have gotten as far as I did in my fantasy novel if it hadn't been for NaNoWriMo. Because I used Preptober to get kind of an outline done, and then NaNoWriMo to get some words done on it. Like, what's gonna keep me going until the next, and I don't want to stop. It's scheduling, trying to make it all the things I want to do fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's this really poignant part of Sarah's new video that really like it stuck out to me. And she says, you, Sarah Cahill.
What was my last video and what did I say?
You were talking about like thinking about writing as your actual job.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And that like it sort of dawned on me that I was like, wow, I'm still kind of thinking about this. Like, it's like my fun, cool hobby that I do with my friends, but think about it as your job. This is your career. This is what you want to do with your life. This is what's going to make you happy. So maybe, I mean, it's easy enough to say, just try doing it this way, but that like added push, that internal like buoyancy, that saying, this is my job, I am a writer, that might propel you a little bit more. Like, I don't want to say I'm an aspiring author anymore. I want to say I'm a writer. You know, it's like so much more affirmative. It's like coming out again.
See, that's the thing. Like, when I was thinking about the goals that I wanted for next year, the one thing, like, taken from this past year, pandemic aside, is that I'm very, very wishy-washy with how much motivation and productivity I put into writing. And for me, who's been saying I want to be a published author for at least the past 10 years or so, I haven't really put as much focus as I should do into achieving that goal. So it's like I will write really well for a couple of days and then I will not write for the next week. Or I'll just talk myself out of doing the things I do, and instead I will just do absolutely nothing productive whatsoever. So it's like I need to start thinking of writing as if it is my full-time job, as if I have got proper deadlines, as if I am getting paid for it already, and hopefully that is going to make me, or push me into getting a proper routine in place. And as much as I can, with schools not going back now apparently until the 18th of January, if they go back on the 18th of January, with me still being in lockdown now as well for the next 2 weeks at least, possibly longer, so I have no job, which is just so frustrating. So it's trying to push me into behaving like a writer, giving myself the productivity and the motivation, and not, oh, I need to finish this by this deadline, and then but there's nothing stopping me from not doing it, so it's okay, I just won't do the work that I need to do because no one's going to punish me for not reaching, finish this by the end of January. If this was my job, like, I would have to get it done. So I'm hoping that mindset will sort of push me into becoming the type of writer that I wish I was, where I am doing every single day and I am organized and I am, querying and actually doing the proper work in order to get all of my stupid amount of novels now ready to get to that stage where I can, hopefully get an agent and get it published. And then also, if I do ever get that, it will then prepare me for that as well. So I feel like scheduling is going to be a big one for everybody in this next year. BC, biggest concern is scheduling in between jobs again. It's gonna be difficult. And obviously, like, I always imagine, like, when I wake up on the 1st of January, everything's reset and everything's brand new and everything will just happen. But, like, I know in the back of my head that, come tomorrow, there is still going to be a pandemic. There is still going to be all this stress and anxiety coming from all around me. And it's what I do with my life in that moment that is going to affect my life going forward, more than what is going on outside, sort of thing. But if I give up, like, obviously I'm not going to get anywhere.
Right.
So I need to try and stop letting whatever's happening in the world, like, give me an excuse to not do the work that I need to do. And that's really what I need to work on next year as well. It will be difficult, but I can't use it as an excuse anymore. I won't do it.
I think Oh, who wants to go?
No, you go.
I was going to say, I think that's probably one of the main reasons why I decided to go ahead and join AuthorTube, is because I needed, almost like you guys are like reinforcement that this can happen. You can do this. You're not the only one who's got kids and another job and a husband, and or some of you guys are going to college. I've seen people, full-time college students, now their college is turned upside down trying to do it online. So it's like, I'm not the only one struggling to get this done here, and I can talk to you guys, and you guys, I find that it's more important than I even thought it was going to be. It's not just this thing that I'm just sitting back watching. Oh, here's an AuthorTube video here. Oh, there's a BookTube video. No, I can be a part of this, and they understand. If I say I'm having a hard time with this, they get it. They're my people.
Yeah. That's absolutely right.
Yeah, there's always someone who you can look up to, or you can ask, oh, that's also a mum who is trying to struggle with this job and her kids. Like, I will go to them and I'll ask them for some advice, like, what can you advise me to do to help, or what can I advise you to help you with what you're going through? And so it's also very good accountability as well.
And there's that support system.
Yes.
It's like a common meme now that there's a lot of ladies on AuthorTube, but it's so empowering, I find, like, because of all of the support that I've gotten, all of the people that are just really willing to be like, hey, I know you're having a hard time, I'm gonna Google some stuff for you. It's always kind of like, it's not so much a let me hold your hand while we go through this, as much as we're all walking down the same path. Let's party.
Yeah.
And making those times when you don't want to write, making it fun. I can go and find Sarah or one of our other wonderful sprinters who will go on and do these writing sprints, and I don't have to say anything if I don't want to.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm there and I'm just like, oh, good, somebody else is working, and I really just need to work. I don't want to be chatty. I just need to get some sprints, that get some work done, and that has been so helpful the past 2 to 3 months that I've been a part of AuthorTube, and so it's
the amount
just
of times. Sorry, you go.
No, go ahead, Sarah. Go ahead, Sarah.
But the amount of times that I have gone onto a stream and, we've done the sprint, and then I will keep writing while the host is talking in between. Like, it's not that I need the sprint, it's that there is another person there now.
Mm-hmm.
And if they are doing some work, I need to be doing some work.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's extremely helpful, and I think it all comes down to, people always think that writing is such a solitary thing to do,
and technically it is.
But also it's like, I could not have done everything that I have done if I did not have the support system over the past few months I have had, if I didn't have that community of people who know I'm going through, who can cheer me on when I'm doing good, or sort of push me back up if I'm not feeling my best,
and
or who I can turn to.
And the best part of it is when you achieve something, when you finish something and you say, I did a thing. When you're alone, you do the thing and you're just alone. But when you're doing it as a group, everyone's like cheering you on. They're like pouring some out for you. Like, it's a party. You feel celebrated. You feel like you've done something amazing, which you have done, but you actually get the feedback.
Yeah, someone people that understand it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I can tell my husband, I'm like, because I finished this great thing. They're like, okay, cool.
And they're like,
you don't know how hard this was.
And that look of dismissal on their faces. And you're like, oh, wow, thank you for stabbing me in the throat.
It's like, okay, that's good. What time's dinner?
That's
killing me.
real. I can't.
I honestly think that is one of the reasons why Nia suggested these streams, these monthly wrap-ups where we, get together and we talk about all of the fantastic things that we have achieved and all of the things that we have done in a place where people can celebrate you and we can celebrate each other as well. So yes, thank you to Nia for this amazing wrap-up idea. So we'll be here every single month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing these and celebrating each other and all of our achievements.
That's good.
Oh my god! Some comments. Right, it's getting late. It's like 11 o'clock for me now. So
Oh, it's almost the new year. You're almost there.
You're almost done.
hopefully I'll sleep
You
through the
almost
new year
made it.
like I do every single year. I'll tell you how it is in the morning. Regina, isn't it great to be able to talk to other writers even before the pandemic? There's a dearth of writers groups in Nevada and they tend not to be very diversive.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I've got any writing groups near me where I live. There are a lot of women who have made writing a priority. That's why there are a lot of women on AuthorTube. But yes, definitely. Ashley, it's so comforting to be in a group with such lovely people who are going through this journey, which is just so lonely. Sometimes it's so wonderful. It can be very, very lonely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I like how you mentioned that I've been editing this reaction video the whole time we've been chatting since the last sprint. Sometimes you just need the pretense of another person there to get you to do it.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Well, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
Regina.
Thank you. I don't know when the next wrap-up stream will be. I'm assuming the last couple of days of January, no doubt, which I think are Saturday and Sunday this year.
Oh, that'll be good for me.
Yeah, so 31st is on a Sunday. So yeah, one of those 2 days we will return. So if anybody out there would also like to join us co-hosting, Instagram me. I don't think my details are in the description box, but I got my page. If I have you on Discord, DM me there. The more the merrier.
Yes.
The more people we can get in our little chats,
Yes.
the better. And hopefully next time we'll be able to do a little bit more sprinting, but we got waylaid by a fantastic conversation.
Yes. It's just so important
Yeah.
and so needed. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I needed that conversation.
Me
Yeah,
too.
definitely going to have to organise a proper dedicated
Yes.
stream for further conversation regarding that, actually.
Mhm. Yes.
So we'll discuss that and our AuthorTube watch party for Shadow and Bone.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
something else as well, we'll see. Unfortunately, there's a huge writing community in Phoenix, but it isn't very diverse, sadly. I find that it's either one you either don't have one or there's one, and there's always some sort of issue with it that just doesn't gel with your type of writing style. Okay, absolutely.
Yes. We absolutely
I don't
can.
think our time zones keep me from co-hosting. If I've got you, just send me times that you are able to co-host. I'm sure we can arrange a different time. Obviously, I tend to host them now at the moment because kids. But if it's a different day time, if it's being hosted by someone else, 1 month perhaps, then whatever time they have is the time they have. But yeah, if you'd love to, let me know when you are available and we can work something out.
Yeah.
There. So, yeah,
Yep,
absolutely.
we'll work with you because we love having co-hosts.
Yes, we do. And yeah, we're all here for each other.
Yes.
So whatever you guys need, right. We'll end it here. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Do you want to do a little outro, starting at the bottom with Sherry and we'll work our way back around?
Thank you guys so much for having a chat with me. I really enjoyed myself, obviously, even though mostly I just ate. Thank you so much for all of this conversation that I feel like I really needed to get out of my chest, and I feel like a lot more people need to hear that. Yes. I feel like this was a great way to wrap up this year. like on a burst of positivity,
Yes.
community, and empowerment. I am going to be streaming on Twitch at some point, maybe today. I don't know. I'm apparently going to let my schedules like happen as they happen in the very zenest of ways. My name is Sherry, and it was very nice being on your show with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Haley.
So I'm Haley. I just want to say that like this conversation has just been so affirming. Like writing, everything that we've talked about, including the KFC talk.
I'm still.
We do. But, man.
I know. Don't cry, Sherry.
I still can't believe it's really happening.
Oh my god.
I can't believe we just had that conversation.
Oh wow. We are chaos gremlins. That was like a whirlpool.
We so are. But my name is Haley. I have an AuthorTube channel, and it's linked in the description down below. I will also be streaming on Twitch sometime. Hopefully next week I'll have like a better schedule, but I stream like writing sprints and then also fun games. So yeah, thanks so much for having me, Sarah. I'm so glad that I was able to make it.
Her Twitch will also be linked down below eventually. I will get to it, but her YouTube is there currently, and Sherry's Twitch is also already down at the bottom.
Should we say ours? Well, I mean, Sherry.
I mean, for me, it's just my name.
Oh, okay.
You can find me at twitch.tv.myname. Sharing for it.
And mine is Haley H Creates. So
Nice.
simple.
Yeah.
I have a Twitch. I haven't used it much yet, but I'm going to look for you guys.
Girl, okay. You know what we should do? We should stream the KFC dating sim.
I don't know if I can hold it together, but yes.
You don't have to. It's Twitch, baby. Go crazy.
Yes, absolutely. Do so.
Oh gosh. But my Okay. I gotta get the Mario Lopez KFC guy out of my head. Okay, so my Twitch, I'm pretty sure, is Vixen of Fiction. So you can find me there. I'm on Instagram, the Vixen of Fiction, and check out my YouTube channel. I didn't post any videos this month, but I will be posting videos again. And I'm not going to put pressure on myself, but when I'm ready, hopefully soon, I will start posting the comic, and I'll be working and posting little bits about my fantasy novel and whatever else I'm writing on my YouTube channel. So please check out my YouTube channel. So like, subscribe. And Sarah?
Yes. I can't do intros and outros. I'm Sarah. I write things sometimes. I post videos about writing. I do stupid, insane writing experiments sometimes. I do bingo with YA books because that makes them fun to read. So yeah.
Sarah Cahill from I've Got a Blank Page is viscerally funny, incredibly clever, and she's an all-around fantastic human being.
I have not watched. Yes, I've not watched a video of Sarah's that I have not thoroughly enjoyed.
Yes, she does bujos. She does like weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
Sarah
fantastic.
and I just did a collab where I paid for my playlist.
Yeah.
And if you haven't liked
God.
or subscribed, please like this video.
Yes.
Guys. Oh my
Or
God. Hey,
else.
thank you for Ruel as well. Actually, absolutely amazing. Absolutely love her. Yes. Absolutely. Right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. I wish everybody a happy new year for those who still need to experience going into midnight.
Yes.
And I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic 2021. If you need anything, if you have me anywhere, like, I'm here for you, and I will be proud mama for everybody who needs it.
Yes.
Thank you to my wonderful co-hosts who are here today and made it so much fun.
Thank you.
And we will see everybody another time.
Next year. Happy
Next
New
year! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year,
Happy New
everybody.
Year.
I'll talk to you all you guys next year, yeah?